Iba-ibitahan siguro ng lunch na European style na porcelain shape. Daming exhibit.
Thank you.
Prayer table by the indigenous people of Cagayan de Oro. This is their way of honoring our ancestors. So they use coin to represent one's intention, or you represent as a symbolizing your presence, especially if the spirits are around. So the museum is considered as a sacred place because it houses a lot of old objects. So the prayer table is meant to honor the owners of the artifacts, the old pieces. So it traces, it's already included, incorporated in the rituals. So it's placed on top of a white cloth over the red. So the two representing two kinds of souls. The mortal soul representing the red color, and then you have the pure souls, so represented by the white. So it's always the pure soul is placed over the mortal soul, because the mortal soul has its limits. So it represents life, happiness, strength, bravery, love, compassion, so on and so forth. But however, it has an opposite. It also represents fear, anger, sadness, envy, so on and so forth. So to the native language, they have two words for a human being. So first, they would call it an utao, or simply means human being. And then you have the spiritual equivalent, which is the kahilawan, meaning the unripened ones. So this is symbolizing our aspiration to one day attain a pure soul. So you can participate and put coins as well to pray for your ancestors to guide you always. Everything that you do. The hunter. So this is an old spearhead. So this is used for hunting, because the hunter is the most selfless member of the community. Imagine they would traverse the mountains, and dense forests, just to capture wild boar, deer, and other animals to bring to the community. But they never cost the community the effort that they went through. So even how death-defying, they never accosted their community. So meaning everything is geared, or all of the efforts are dedicated to the community so that they can eat. So meaning when the time comes to select a leader, to select a chief, they would often choose the most accomplished hunter, because they trust that whatever the hunter is thinking, it's always for the community. This is the Philippine Republican Army uniform. From 1898 until 1902. This one is, that's an interesting trivia about this one. This is a torpedo bottle. They use that to store soda water. Because since, especially if you're in Manila, it's very difficult to source clean drinkable water. So those who can afford, the upper class or the middle class, would often opt to buy carbonated water, or even the elites would buy carbonated water to assure that the water is clean. So there are a number of companies that would sell carbonated water or aerated water. I think one of the companies perhaps became very popular because it's the first, or rather one of the first companies to use crown cap in their soda bottles, so soda water. This one is for cork, and then later on I think at the time in the 1860s, 1870s, a crown cap was very new, so it's quite it created a fascination to the Filipino community. So would you like to guess what company that is? It's actually, the name of the company is Tangsan, meaning soda water.
Pero may ganito kami.
This one, the old one, the Brockway. You would know that it's old because there's a letter B.
Letter B.
Yeah, that means it's made by Brockway bottle company. Brockway glass company. Kasi it's quite common. Ito na kailan din. Yung kasama niya is this one. lake. Ito siya. So meaning somebody was having inimbitahan siguro ng lunch, may birthday yata or piyesta, tapos iniwan na yung water sa yung lake. Kasi nagsama siya na.
Somewhere dito.
Somewhere dito. The American period, Qing Dynasty, Qing ware. And one of the interesting is there's actually a European style of porcelain. It's made for European clients because the patterns are very detailed. So this is as they are, what doesn't have much value, but when we know where it was sourced, so it actually adds interesting depth. Meaning the area where this was collected tell us that there used to be a very affluent community. Tansan. So they were. So you have Tansan. The second one, or rather the first one. It was in the 1820s. The Japanese introduced the chinelas. Because if you look at the old document, only in the 1820s, when the Japanese started trading, they introduced the straw slipper, the zori, and then the geta. So the zori became the chinelas, and the geta became the yung pangatlo is tattoo. It's parang snow desert siya. So it's expensive, rather reserved for the nobles because they only enjoy it during the summer. In the summer, when it's snow, so they have to go to the nearest ice mountain to collect blocks of ice. So meaning an ice block which is this big, harvested. Pagdating ng palace, ganito na lang siya. Ganito na yung laki. So from here, here. So ito yung lang siya. So pagdating sa Pinas, may asinan na sa kaya. Yung so yung mga Japanese migrants, they were selling categories of street food. So that became a fascination because of experimenting, adding more and more. This is a radio. 1948. So before, when you buy cars, in the 1940s, we plug in yung radio. So you have to have somebody install a radio for you. And it's the fountain pen is used to sign the city code. So from a municipio to a city, this was still behind. It's a Parker 51 GT Deluxe fountain pen. Yung brand new dyan, you can have it reordered for $55,000. Nostalgia of the 80s. So it became popular. Yung casing is wood, but the parts are radioactive.
What's that?
It's a random collector's edition. Cathedral wood casing radio. Tapos ito parang it makes me feel old kasi pag may visitors at grade school, what is that? It's a radio. What's that? Spotify. Ito, this is smart units sa taas sa store. Battery operated. Ito yung paborito ng mga farm. So, kasi battery operated siya. Yung bigat sa farm. It's hanging by a big branch. Then everybody gathered. Kasi hindi na and then there are the stores. There are three kinds of batteries. So you have the red one, which will last you for like 1 week. Then you have the blue one, which will last you for like a couple of days, and then the green one, which will last you like for just 1 day. So meaning, pag may sa loob or you want to finish the telegram radio kasi yung last days, wala akong pera sila to buy this ingredient that you can spin up to ano siya, you can listen so that you can drama. We're opting to buy